That was a stupid idea. It's almost Christmas and I'm burning down my shop. Saturday, the 19th of December. We are getting close, and it's the weekend, which is a nice thing. And that's why my hands are dirty already. Or again, because I just finished a last coat of paint on a little prop I built it. Not particularly for Christmas, but out of fun. And let's grab our bag today and have a look. What do we have? And I showed it off already yesterday. For once, it is small, lightweight, and it fits on my bench. And yes, let's open this up. What do we have on Saturday? What can I play with over the weekend? Let's grab in here and grab something random out of it. Like this thing. What is it? Oh yes, I remember. I remember this from my childhood, but first of all, I remember this finding this back in the attic in a box, and I wasn't sure to which franchise this belonged. First, I thought because of some of the steampunk stuff here, it belonged to Brave Star, a series out of the 80s that I was showing last week, I think. I can't remember the exact episode, but yes, I thought it belongs to this universe, but it didn't. It came out because I was Googling it, and I found out to which franchise it belongs. And if you are a fan, you probably already know who this belongs to. Even this is pretty a rare thing. I haven't seen this in the series that often. So yeah, let's put this here for now, next to the candle where it can catch fire. And let's grab into the bag to find out the next person. The next one would be this guy. And some of you already know what we are talking about. Others don't, but no worries. You see, well, it is pretty nicely made. Pretty nice detail. And you see that this is something out of the 80s, I think. I think nowadays action figures aren't that good in quality anymore. Now, who is this? Well, who is this? Yeah, this is Mackinac. Mackinac, he has a throat rectal dysfunction, so when he twists his waist, he gets a neck erection and does things like fighting the bad or the good. I can't actually remember if he was a bad guy or a good guy. Even I watched the series a couple of times in the last days just to come back into the subject, and but I haven't seen him. I will put him in the middle because I want to make two piles of the good and the bad and the evil. So I leave him right here for now because I don't know who this is. Now, who else? I should, yeah, take this one. I don't want to spoil everything right away. So let's grab him. You see, he looks pretty evil as well. Yes, and this guy's name is Stratos. Stratos, he's, I think he's the Lord of Avion. And yeah, you see he has kind of a rocket jetpack. Can fly around and some wings here attached. And he gets this spring action, so he has a spring mounted into his waist so he can fight and kick other players out of the game. Yeah, and most of these figures are quite sticky, at least mine. I don't know why, probably, well, because of the attic, because of temperature changes over the years, and also I think that the plastic and rubber start to disintegrate simply because of the age. I mean, they're pretty old right now, by now, and yeah. So, we have Stratos, the Lord of Avion. I will put him, he's a bad guy, I will put him on the right bad guys pile. And let's grab the next one. As I said, I don't want to spoil too much yet. This is Merman. Merman, like mermaid, but as a man. He's Merman, probably born in a swamp or something. Again, he has this swing action going on. He can kick and slap people in the face. And here we have a date code. So this is made by Mattel in 1981. and it is made in Taiwan, not in China. So you see, also, I mean, the quality is quite nice, detail, all this stuff. The legs in general, though, on all of these figures are a little loose. I think there must be some kind of a rubber band or something in there to keep tension, because for now they are a little loose on the legs after 40 years. Quite normal, I would say. Let's put him to the bad guys pile, because of course he's a bad guy as well. Now, who else do we have? We have this guy. Yes, this is Whiplash. Whiplash, probably because of its tail, so he can slap people with the tail. And he reminds me of, what was his name again? Goonies? Slot? Slot from the Goonies? He has kind of the same face, a little. He looks a little, he looks satisfied and evil in the same time. Even he wasn't evil in the Goonies, he was a nice guy. 1983 from Mattel. Again. Now, again, this slapping action. Bad guy, bad pile. Now, let's get a little bit closer. And who is this? If you think this is She-Ra, no, it's not She-Ra. This is Teela. And she was often, well, she was obviously on the good side. And she was fighting together with another guy. Also, she has this action going on. And yeah, pretty nice detail as well. So she belongs onto the good pile, which I will create here. And let's see, can we get like the main guy? Not him, no, I will, here he is. Now, of course, we are talking about He-Man, Masters of the Universe. And this is him. This is Prince Adam transformed into He-Man. Prince Adam basically is a pretty shy prince that one day stepped at his front door, grabbing his sword, yelling in the world by the power of Grayskull. And then he transformed into He-Man, at least that's what they say in the intro. And he becomes this muscle-packed superhero. Pretty known even today. Quite a very big franchise out of the 80s. By the way, I heard that they created all those evil guys, in order to sell them as a toy, because they created the toy and then they created an episode of He-Man starring those characters. And yes, he would usually ride his cat, which is a very shy, weird, mental issued cat. And when he transformed, the cat transformed into like a testosterone overdosed killer beast. And he was riding on that. But sometimes, apparently, he was riding this electric horse, maybe for the environment. I can't remember. Because I was watching 2 or 3 episodes of He-Man in the last days, but I haven't seen this horse. I can't actually remember. Even I wrote down the name. The name of this horse is Strictor. Strictor the horse. Yes, Strictor the mechanic horse with a laser gun mounted onto his back. Let's put him here. Now, getting closer. Who do we have here? Ha! We have Orco. Orco was the little hovering ghost that was always on He-Man's and Teela's side. I think one of the funny characters that often did things that went out wrong. For example, trying to cook food or something. And this one is a bit special because I think on the side of He-Man stuff, this was like the only character or the only action figure that had like one of those belts with the gear teeth on it, and you can stick it in here and then you can pull it out. And I think there was some sort of a weight down here that spun, and you see there is still the axle. And then it will spin and it will hover around over the table, something like that. Yes, Orco, of course, one of the good guys. And let's see, who else do we have? We have Beastman. Beastman, he already looks very angry because he was in this bag for a very long time. And again, he has this slapping action and very sticky legs. Ugh. Yes, no date code on him, but of course one of the bad guys. Now I think that leaves us with the King of Evil? King of Evil, that's a nice word, yes. The King of Evil, Skeletor. Visually, in my opinion, the coolest character because of the colors. I love blue and yeah, and purple, and yes. And if I remember correct, I think this was glow in the dark. Could be wrong. I'm not sure. Let me see. It's very hard to say if after all these years this would still glow. But I think I remember this because when I was playing with that stuff during the night, I could see his face glowing, and I was pretty scared all the time about it. Even all this stuff belonged more to my sister because she's a little bit older, and this comes out of a time where I was probably a little bit too young to play with this stuff, and she was always pretty pissed because I broke things. So yeah, but Skeletor, of course, was the head of all evil in this universe, and there was also like a I think his castle, or the castle of Grayskull, as a toy, like a big thing where you can play around with. And I remember seeing this one day at home, but I can't remember if we actually, my sister had it or just rented it from a friend, or I don't know. I can't remember actually. So maybe I could not find everything back. That could be. I went through a lot of boxes for this episodes in general, but of course I could miss on things. Now I think these was it for all the characters, at least for those I had. I think this belonged to Skeletor as well. I have some more little details or some little parts in here. And we have Skeletor Scepter, which goes in his hand, and of course the magical sword, He-Man's sword, the thing that he would raise and say, "By the power of Grayskull," and then he transforms into this muscle-packed superhero. Yes, I think that was it. Was it? Yes, I think this was all of it. That's what you get when you're not subscribed to Mancave Effects. He-Man toys, pretty cool franchise. Even today, as I said, I mean, a lot of children still know who He-Man is, even they are not born near the 80s or 90s anymore. But compared to today, when you see all those very cheap Flash animated cartoons that are pretty bad, nobody will remember these in like 10 years. And He-Man is like a very old franchise by now, and still people are talking about it. The internet is full of He-Man stuff. You can watch episodes, you can even buy the toys nowadays. On eBay there are special sites, websites where you can order these. And yeah, still a pretty known thing. I hope you enjoyed. Let's have a quick peek on tomorrow's bag. Tomorrow will be something completely different, I can tell already. Mid-sized bag, quite heavy, 6 to 7 pounds I would guess. Multiple pieces in there, and yes, I think this is definitely no toy. But we will see this tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed. Yes, have a nice evening, have a nice Saturday evening, and I see you tomorrow on Sunday, the 20th of December. Until then, see ya!